All hail for the ale! Cheers! It's Homebrew Wednesday again! 20 something or other. Just cut the grass so it's a lawnmower there. Right, well, not much to tell you. I'll fill you in at the end segment. But meanwhile, my usual little hop date will come next. And I know you've missed it. Norfolk Hillbillies Homebrew Bargain section is back. Yeah, we went to the auction and we went bloody mad. There was a few little bargains, homebrew related, some not homebrew related, but if you can be bothered to watch that whole segment, you'll see it coming up now. So, bargain section, homebrew update. Well, there's a homebrew update as well. After all, it's a Homebrew Wednesday. Hop update, bargain update, brewing update. Cheers.
Well, time for that hop update again. You can see the potted ones are still going strong. Now up to the 6 foot mark, I should think. And we've got in this one, there's some more no shooting out. And this one's looking like a modern work art piece. Oh, that one's gone walkabout. This one is right up off the canes. Now reaching for the sky. I've got to figure out where the hell I'm going to put these. Because I can't put them in the back garden because they're all the doggies, as you can hear now. But anyway, we'll have a look at these ones out the front. I've got number 1 still going strong. Bit of scorching on some of the leaves from the odd day of sun we've had. And that's marching all the way across to that one. This one's now up to the fence. And I've got another one grown off here, ready for another string out. But as you remember, we do have a weekly segment when available, Norfolk Hillbillies bargain segment. As you can see in the back of my rather full VW Golf, if you can see the reflection on the window, it's a special Volkswagen Golf here. It's even got a built-in lawnmower lot. But we've been bargain buying. Right, you see my ugly mug. We have wine racks, demijohns, some of my tools, some other bits and pieces. So I'm going to empty this lot out and see you in a minute. Okay, so how much stuff can you get in the back of a VW Golf? Oh yeah, there's a Honda water pump in there too. Well, first part of the haul was this nice self-propelled mower. Needed a new one. Buddy of mine sold it to me for 50 quid. It's only 2 years old. Only had half a season's use. Due to his health, he now gets someone to mow his own lawns. So managed to get a full gallon of petrol out of him, some 4-stroke oil, and the mower. And we picked up a few more demijohns. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 and a little one. And a wine rack. Another wine rack there which matches the one I got in my brew shed, so I can join those two together and double up. A rat trap. Yes, it's amazing what things come together in one lot. One of these sneaky little catch 'em alive humane traps. Very good, because I'll be humane and catch the rat. And then that annoying little bugger over there, wagging his tail, we'll get to kill it. Right. What else we get? 2 fishing boxes. A nice big, looks like it was new, someone changed the system. electric water heater with its own cistern. Fills up, heater tanks in the bottom with a big element. I think that could be damned handy in a future brew shed build, don't you? And should the worst happen, we've now got a Honda pump. Does need a little bit of TLC, that one though. But what else did I pick up? Oh look! Remember I got one of these in my brew shed? Friggin' sod's law in it. One turns up. A couple of months after I buy one. Another 33 litre boiler. Exactly the same as the one I've got. Ooh. And guess what came with it? Another big pot. And inside that pot, what's them two? What we got? A little 12 pinter and a 9 pinter. So, partial extract brewery pots. Obviously I've got a full set, so these handy little chaps will probably be winging their way onto eBay with them other ones I got. And this one I don't know. I might keep it. He's been banged about a bit. Mind you, it was made in 1952. It's still going strong. I just rinsed it out and it didn't leak. So, after getting this pile of crap out of my car, I'm hot and I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. So I'm going to have my tea and crack open a nice homebrew. And I'll catch you guys later. I thought I'd just try that boiler out. I wasn't very happy with the way the wiring on the plug was hanging out, so I thought I'd just check it before can't see it very well. Let's try the light. Don't know whether this has got macro on it. Ladies and gents, this is not how you wire 240 volt English plugs. The earth strands are all hanging out. You can't see it, but the live's actually starting to melt. The neutral's too long and is going to catch on the screw, which it has done, and the strands are also hanging out. And the cord grip, well, that's not gripping any cord. That is not how you wire a plug. If I was pat testing this, I wouldn't even got to the point where I plugged it in the machine. Norfolk's tip in under 5 minutes or less. If you can't wire a fucking plug, don't wire a plug. Unless you want to burn your house down or kill someone. I'll give you an idea on the size of that pot. Yeah, about the size of a Jack Russell's arse. Get out of the way. That's my 70 litre pot. It's about half the size. And guess what? It's working! Haven't put a plug on it yet. Test block. Just a quick test. It works. Yeah. So now we've got 1 electric boiler, 2 electric boiler. Well, quite a bit there, wasn't there? And I carried on checking the Burco afterwards. It did still work okay. I was going to film this last night, but had a visitation, so didn't have time to do it. So whacking it together now. We where are we? Bottled the malt experiment beer. I did use some quick clear. Only 1 ml of each in it. I don't think you can see in here. No, it's not showing it up.
but it didn't clear completely down even after that, but it had finished fermenting. So I bottled this Monday afternoon and got, I think, 12 and a bit of these, just the straight sugar and malt extract. And it came out on the hydrometer at 1000 dead, so it's 9.19% pre-conditioning. So obviously it will rise a little bit the time it's fermented the sugars in the bottle, so it'll be around about 9.3 when it's finished in a little 330 bottle. I think I'll call them Norfolk's head crackers. Oh, it should be hooked. I say you damn secure. Beer's carbonated as me all grain. It turned up in the mail quicker than I anticipated, actually, for it coming from Lingting Tong. And where are we? Leather pouch. Quite surprised with the quality. That is cast aluminium, not plastic, which I was probably expecting a cheap and cheerful one, but no, it's not bad. Came with some little pipettes as well to do your samples of water on, and a little screwdriver just to calibrate your settings there. That was a good score, I think. Haven't used anything yet because I haven't had a chance to do any more brews. I've been tied up with other things. So we've got the thermometers, the refractometer, and so we're about ready to do have another crack at an all grain, I think. Otherwise I'll do a few more extracts. Seems I've got a few kits kicking about here and there. But, I want to see how this little one pans out, and then it will be full steam ahead, fill all the demijohns. Not all the ones I've just got from yesterday. I think it was, I can't remember what I said, 17 and a half, is it? Because there's a half gallon one. Plus, I think there's still 20 left in the shed from my last haul of 30 odd. I did sell another one yesterday. Well, I would have sold it, but I got home yesterday and had an email from eBay. Listing contravention or some bullshit they call it. Because I had used in the words of the listing, because I took a photograph of 3 on a shelf and just said this listing is for 1. More available, hint hint. eBay took an objection to that use of the phrase more available, because I'm encouraging people to buy from me off of eBay. Tut tut. What do they think Gumtree's for? So they pulled the list, and even though it had a bid on it, with about 6 hours left. So they've actually done themselves out of the sales commission. I'm sure they won't miss the 30 pence they would have made. But, just because they're obviously not getting a slice of the pie for the other ones that I sell. When someone buys one and then says, yeah, I'll have 3, okay, yeah, well, that's business, tough shit as far as I'm concerned. So when my listings go up again, I shall just take a picture of 50 demijohns and put in the listing, this auction is for 1 in capitals. I'm sure some people will be able to figure out that I've got more than 1 available. Yeah, so the demijohns, I've filled them all up with water ready for cleaning, and the water heater obviously works. The tap is, I think it's probably just a slightly more modern version of the one I was already using, which is it's typical, isn't it? You know, I waited and waited, didn't have one turn up, then I bit the bullet, bought one off eBay, and then what, 2.5 months later one turns up. I mean, I didn't see it there. I wasn't actually going to go. I only went purely to pick that mower up off me mate, and there was just a few things there that sort of looked interesting, and some things that were so cheap you couldn't say no, especially when no one else was sort of bidding against you. So I would have actually got that boiler and the pans, they was all one lot. I would have got them considerably less than I did had another bloke I know up there who just purely bids on stuff for scrap, buys it for scrap. So obviously he was after it for the aluminium. I mean, he cooked himself because he wouldn't have weighed in for what he bid, but it went out the running anyway with me. But, yeah, I haven't worked out how big that pot is yet, but I'm figuring it's around about the 25 litre mark, something like that. So it's another brew pot, possibly. I haven't got too much objections to drilling a hole in that one, so I don't know what to, whether to bugger about with it or just clean it up and use it as another fallback, because I've got the turkey pot, that one, then I picked that other aluminium cook pot up, which I think is a 65 litre, and then I've got my 70 litre pot, so I'm a bit spoilt for choice now. 2 electric heaters as well now, plus that big wall mounted one. Done a bit of research on that last night, because I think I said that'd be handy in any future brew house build. It's a 25 litre capacity, runs on an immersion water heater system, and I think it's a 3 kilowatt element, specially coated for long life, copper tank with a cistern in the top, so it will fill itself up as you use it. So I looked on Tinternet last night, and Newionaires, which is electrical wholesalers over here, have discontinued it. Basically they only branded it under their name. The company that manufactures it is based in Norwich, not a million miles away from where I am. And you don't get a lot of change out of 800 quid. In fact, you don't get any change out of 800 quid because it's more than 800 quid. And I paid £5 Norfolk bargain of the week, or what? So yeah, I did have another heater I've got mounted in my garage workshop. I've got another 2 of those that need various repairs on them, which in a future, I can't do that because I've got hold of my glass. A future brew house build, I would have incorporated one of those over a sink just to provide some hot water for cleaning things or speeding something up. But obviously now I've got that nice little item. That's sort of one of those quandaries where you think, well, that's a bloody handy. Certainly not the sort of thing you'd go and shell out for. Best part of 1,000 quid nearly. There's nothing in it to go wrong apart from the heating element, which is pretty much a standard immersion heater type. Over here they're about 15 quid. Unless it leaks like a sieve. So it's one of them, well, do I sell it and have a few bob, or do I keep it and use it? I haven't quite made my mind up yet, but it would be dash damned handy over a sink, because actually you can plumb that into your water supply system, so as long as you've got enough gravity pressure, it will run just like a normal hot water system. So I could then plumb through from my garage. I've got a kitchen, an old kitchen which I stripped out of the house I'm working at,
So I've got the sink and everything in there, so I could plumb through, have the tank in one side and obviously have hot water supply in there and one in the other. Obviously I'd only turn it on when I need it. You don't need it ticking away eating electric while it's not in use, but yeah, one of them things. Do I sell it or do I keep it? I'll probably keep it for a while and see what happens. Brew house wise, yeah, there is one sort of on the back burner, or on the blackboard, on the plan. It's not on the planning stage. It hasn't got to the planning stage, but I've got a shitload of projects to do before I can even get to where I need to be to start even considering that. But I think I've mentioned it before, I've got a car in my garage. If I walk in my garage with this camera and pan around my garage, you would not see a 1968 Volkswagen Beetle sitting in there. Mainly because it's covered in boxes and a Colorado canoe and a load of bedroom furniture which is still yet to be put up there, because I'm still working on the little room, which has turned out to be a pig because the ceiling's started to sag, and it had polystyrene tiles on it, you know, one of those favourite 1970s mod cons, the polystyrene ceiling tile, which is now deemed as a fire hazard. So I pulled all them off and it's opened up a can of worms, so it looks like, you know, more work there than I wanted, but they are tough. Have to deal with it. So that's still trying to get a bit of time to do that. Get that done, then I can do our bedroom, and that'll free my garage up, or some of my garage. The plan is to extend out the back and basically join the garage onto my big shed that's up the far corner, and put some hard standing in there, possibly some concrete or something, anyway, something man enough to hold a car, aka the Beetle, in the back, and that will leave a bit of dead man space, you know, car there and garage sort of extension, and then there'll be a bit out here. Which would be very handy for the brewery, because obviously the little bit I've shoved it in at the minute is about as small a space as you could humanly brew in, but obviously it's way off. I can't realistically see me getting it done this year. I've lived in this house 22 years, I've never finished it. It's just a continuing cycle, and little bits come in. I've never actually finished the bathroom. In fact, the bathroom got to the point where we remodelled the bathroom before I finished it, and it's still ain't finished. So it was the same thing. Maintenance guys never quite finish fixing their own stuff. Car mechanics are always fixing their own car. Builders never finish their own house. It's a good job, but don't brew beer. I'll never finish it. No, it's about one of the few things I do finish, even though I do leave them in the fermenter longer than they should be. That's just one of those things. Anyway, I'm talking bollocks. Nothing new there then, is it? No, I think that's about it, guys. Refractometer, $15 or $15.50. I think I got it for $15.50 plus postage. If you want, I will see if the listing is still active. Here we go. You still got it on. Okay. Prick your ears back. Pen's ready. If not, you'll just have to keep rewinding this bit. You'll just have to keep rewinding this bit. You'll just have to keep rewinding. That's going to piss you off when you're looking for it.
Item number, this is eBay of course. Item number 2908843022286. He has them listed at $18.29, which is approximately £12.06. But he will accept best offers. A little hint is he accepts $15 bids and then goes back with a $15.50. So if you put in $15, he'll probably tell you he'll accept $15.50. I don't know what that is in pounds sterling, I can't remember, but I think postage is $8.50, which is £5.60. That doesn't change, so I think it's around about 18 quid to get that refractometer, which is calibrated in bricks and specific gravity. So, Norfolk's tip of the week, other than don't wire a fucking plug if you can't fucking wire one up. What a dickhead. I mean, I've seen some I've seen better ones than that. I've seen people use a broken neutral pin out of one plug and use it as the fuse for another plug. I've seen them use flat 1mm household cable, and they wired the earth into the live into the earth, or the neutral. I took a photograph of it. They just used it for a light, thankfully, so it didn't matter. Because obviously the earth's not used in a bayonet. Yeah, a bayonet holder on a bit of flat grey cable. And the wires weren't anywhere where they were supposed to be, not even close. And there was no earth sleeving either, which will mean nothing to the Americans or anyone else listening outside the UK who knows nothing about electrics. But I'm digressing again, or as we call it in Norfolk, talking shit, or squit, as Earl wondered what it was. We're talking squit, boy. You come from Upper Norfolk as Boar, and Lower Norfolk as Buh. Alright, Buh? Right, I've got a Foxtrot Oscar, which in Norfolk is fuck off. So, go and watch your other Homebrew Wednesdays. I might even have another one of these, because there's a bit crutch pot cooking at the minute. Right, I'm buggering off. Get on with it. Go on, go and watch someone else's. Cheers.